Hey loves, if you want to see how I did this everyday winter maternity look, stay tuned.
This winter paradise, loving and laughing and
I say this with, like, you know, I understand that there are people who can't conceive and everything, and I'm not in any way saying I'm not grateful. You know, I'm very grateful. Of course, I'm gonna start off by applying some Vaseline, some lip therapy, because it's wintertime and they're chapped. Yeah. Okay, so pretty much in the wintertime, I'm always a little drier on the face, so I like to put my moisturizer along with my primer at the same time. So I'm using just Drugstore, Kiss Pro Touch, and some Cetaphil. I do like a half and half. Squeeze half there, a little squirt there, not that much. Rub it in like lotion, because if not, they are dry. I gotta moisturize. Okay, so after I do that, I am going to apply my brows. Usually I use I like to use 713 Espresso from L'Oreal, the pot, but I am actually out, so but I am going to instead have any of it left. I'm going to use this Ulta double-sided pencil. It comes from like I got it in one of those, it got like a bunch of boxes, like palettes inside. Yeah. So this is the one that's brown on one side and black on the other side, so I'm gonna use the brown side. And honestly, I'm not gonna do too much, like I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'm gonna like just fill in any sparse areas, because my brows are pretty full already. I try not to do too much of them, you know? When I do too much of them, I look crazy. I don't want to walk around looking crazy on a daily. Now, if I was going to, like, if I'm going out, like to the club or something, which I don't think I'll be coming anytime soon with this baby about to pop. We are at 30 weeks, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm so ready. I am so ready. Okay, so I pretty much fill in the top part. Like these brows, like, you know how some people say brows are like cousins? They're not even sisters. Like my brows are legitimate cousins. Like they like first cousins. They're probably like second cousins, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm gonna take that same brush that I showed you earlier, and I just like brush it upward, because then I don't put any in the front. I like it to be sparse like that. And just like, you know, brush it in so it looks like as if it's natural. I try to avoid any of the sparse areas like at the bottom, because I don't get my eyebrows done. So like in order for it to have a straight line, you know, I try to avoid like anything that I filled in, but then I just go through like the parts of my brow that aren't as sparse just to blend it together. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm making sense here, but I hope I'm making sense. And that's it. I go about my day. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, but I honestly thought that this pregnancy was going to be so much easier. Lord Jesus, I am tired. Like, ugh. All right. So next I am going to do a little concealer around my brows. Warm Honey, like the Pro Conceal. So I just I tap it into, like, I like to like run it on my hand. So I pretty much like take most of it off, and then I use like the little residue that's left back, because I know it seems like a waste, but it'd be too much. It'd be way too much. See, perfect. Yeah, but honestly, I really thought that this pregnancy was gonna be a lot simpler. Like, I have so many family members that, you know, they've been pregnant around me, and like I have people who've, you know, like, I'm West Indian, so like, you know, everyone's around everybody when they're going through stuff. So like, you know, I've had pregnant family members around, and I've honestly thought that, oh, and I'm gonna go back into that same like painting brush fetish that I went through, that I'm still going through, and I have like a slanted brush that I use to just, you know, spread this out. But yeah, I had so many family members that were pregnant and around, and like, you know, even after they gave birth, at first they would kind of stay here a little bit, or like, and like, you know, I've been around it, and I just always thought that they looked like they were doing fine. Like, everybody just looks like they're fine. You know, my sister-in-law, when she had her babies, she seemed fine, younger than me, you know, and she seemed like she was having, like, you know, like she was having a field day. Like, it's no big deal. Everybody that I know that's been pregnant has never complained to me or anything about any part of it. It's just like, oh, it's a miracle. Oh, it's, you know, it's beautiful. Everyone's excited. They touch your belly, you know. But, girl, I feel like this is the longest year of my life. First off, nobody, like, yeah, you know, pregnancy is like, you know, they say 9 months, but it's really like 10 months. Of course, you know, like the span of time it takes for the baby to bake. Everybody knows this, you know, growing up. Like, you know how much time it takes. But going through it, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I am so grateful for this little bundle of joy, you know, and I say this with like, you know, I understand that there are people who can't conceive and everything, and I'm not in any way saying I'm not grateful, you know. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. When I feel him kick, like, you know, except for when it's like in the middle of the night or when I'm trying to take a nap. When I feel him kick, you know, there is, you know, joy there, of course. Oh, I take my finger after. I'm not a makeup artist, don't judge me. I literally take my finger and like I usually just like spread it out at the ends. I don't even use my blending brush because I just feel like, again, it'd be too much. It'd be too much. Yeah, so and I just like kind of blend it in at the ends. Yeah, but nobody told me that it was gonna be, you know, so difficult. It's a whole year out of your life pretty much that, you know, you have all these restrictions on what you can eat, what you can't eat. And to be real with you, like, I know people, a lot of people who have like come up to me and said things like, oh, like, I ate that when I was pregnant, or I did this, I did that. Like, you don't need to cut certain things out, you know. But I just, it's my first time around, and I'd really like to be cautious. Part of me feels like, you know, I don't want to be responsible for anything that could possibly go wrong, you know, with my baby. I don't want to be held liable, almost to say, like, I just don't want him to go through anything unnecessary because of me, you know. I'm gonna wet my beauty blender. I have a little thing of water here, and I know, why didn't I use my beauty blender for my eyebrows? I don't know. I just like how it blends out when I use my fingers. But I'm gonna go back, the concealer that I squeezed out, I'm gonna just dab it on and use that under my eyes. And I take it on my lid for, not even just every day. I take it on my lid, period, honestly. But I'm gonna focus it mostly under my eyes. And then, you know, whatever ends up on my lid ends up on my lid kind of thing. Again, not a makeup artist, but this is what works for me. Yeah, but it's like, it's been really tiring, you know. I'm tired a lot, especially now that I'm 30 weeks and I am the size of a house. I'm so used to, like, I'm looking at pictures of myself even from like last year, and I'm like, wow, like I was complaining about my size, you know, in some pictures, and I'm like, dang, I looked good. Like, I looked good. And I'm sitting there complaining, you know. Now I appreciate how I looked then. And I'm gonna just do this and take whatever's left on my wrist, on my hand. See, everything's off now. Yeah. And you know, so one, it's taught me to appreciate my body. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna take this Candid Revlon Photoready. I used to use this as concealer in the summertime, not even gonna lie. It's foundation actually. Photoready Candid. Not concealer, oh my gosh. It's, what do you call this? Foundation. It says it on here. See, Pregnancy Mind. And it is in the shade 500, and I use this as concealer in the summertime actually, and now I just use it as foundation in the wintertime. So I'm gonna squeeze it out on my hands. I do about 3 mini squeezes, not like full-blown going crazy. Yeah, but even stuff like that, like the pregnancy brain, oh my gosh, like, and I know this looks a little bit light for me, but when I do my contour, it's gonna all work itself out. My contour, and I do my my powder, it all blends in. It all blends in, believe me, trust me. Honestly, truly, it blends. Yeah, so the pregnancy brain is crazy, you know. I haven't been comfortable sleeping. Like I haven't slept had like a proper full night's sleep in like what, two weeks maybe. Everything's uncomfortable. I have a maternity pillow, and like 2 nights ago I was so excited. I propped up the maternity pillow on my bed, and I feel so bad for my husband because I'm like moaning and groaning all night. But luckily for him, he works nights, so he's not home every night, you know. He's able to sleep in peace during the day when he does have work. But yeah, when he's home, when he's not home, I'm just sitting there moaning and groaning all the time, you know. Take it down a little bit, just a little bit. And the other day, I actually thought that like I found some relief. Girl, I was so hyped. I'm gonna take Fit Me in Medium Deep powder, and I'm gonna focus this under my eyes, here, like everywhere that I pretty much highlight. I would highlight, right? This is like a little light for me, so I use it as like a highlighter. Like I try not to crazy bake, just put like a little bit, a light, you know. Yeah, but so the other night I thought I was so excited. I found relief because I sat my maternity pillow up with like pillows behind it in a way that I was pretty much sitting upright in bed, and I fell asleep, and I was so happy. I was like, this is my thing. All I need to do is just sit up now when I'm sleeping, sit straight up in bed, and I'll be good. Then last night, I tried doing the exact same thing. Doesn't work. I'm like, what is happening? I have like little deep set right here, so I like to just focus right here with the powder so that I kind of flush that out a little bit. Yeah, but oh my goodness, girl. And then like people see me, and like, you know, I've got my makeup on and everything, and people are like, oh, you carrying so well. Oh, you're glowing. Oh, you look so great. Pregnancy looks good on you. You're slaying this pregnancy. And I'm thinking like, this pregnancy is slaying me. Like, oh, I'm tired. Okay, I'm ready for him to come out. I don't want him to be a preemie, you know. I want him to be fully developed. But, you know, if he feels like he's ready, I'm so tired. I put a little bit right here because, like I said before, I don't do my eyebrows. So I like to like flush out my little fake unibrow. I've got a little bit of hair right there. And then I bring it across my forehead. Yeah, but I have not been sleeping. I have not been eating properly either because I have not been hungry. I feel crazy full after 5 spoons of food. I'm gonna take this Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, and as you can see, I used the Sculpt a lot. I was using this as foundation actually, like in the summertime, because I was like when I would just run out the house, I was using it alone. Like I would just put it on real quick, and that was it to look like I was like all put together. And then I would use this to be extra dewy. But I'm gonna use the contour, and I'm gonna take it with this brush. There we go. It's like this brush. It's slanted like that, little slanted fluffy brush. It's called an angled powder brush. And I'm just gonna tap it in there. At the top of my head, I like to just tap it. I don't like to go crazy because of my edges, of course. But at the bottom, so I'm gonna show you what I do. So pretty much I go crazy in the cheek, and then tap up here. Whatever's left. See what I mean? My edges stay intact. Crazy down here. Tap up here. I do that on both sides. Right in the hollows of my cheek. Just to bring some life back in my face, some dimension. You know. See, it looks good already. And then I'm gonna take this and go down here to sculpt as well, because the baby has taken the chisel out of my face. I am very round now. And then I'm going to go back to that same Fit Me powder, the lighter one in the color 330, medium deep. I'm gonna take a little bit of it, tap some of it off, and I'm gonna go like right under here and like line it. Like I like to go like right where my earlobe is, like that. See that? And then I take like the other side of the sponge and I blend that out. Just so it's like extra chiseled over there. And do the same thing on this side. The other side. Blend it out. I just like to look extra chiseled on the side. Do that nose too. Blend that out. Okay. So now I am going to use Fit Me in 335. This is a set and smooth powder, and I'm going to take a kabuki brush with a broken handle. Don't judge me. And this is where I blend it all out, pretty much. So that's what I was saying before, how it kind of works itself out. Even though the color's a little light for me, it works out. Yeah, but let me know if you guys have had a difficult pregnancy. Like, I had complications in the beginning, so I was actually very nervous at first about this pregnancy, but then, you know, as he's been developing very well. He's been really healthy lately. I'm really excited about that. You know, I can't complain about that. I have nothing but, I can't be anything but grateful, you know. But it's just, you know, there's a few things. I'm tired. I want my body back already. Like, I would like to be able to breathe after I go up a set of stairs, you know. Like, and also I'm so ready to see him, you know? I'm ready to hold him. I'm ready for him to be like tangible. Like, I want him to be in front of me and me see him and touch him, not just feel him kicking the life out of my ribs, you know? I'm gonna take this Cargo blush, and I don't even know what color it is. SONOM 8. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna do my blush really light. I don't really go crazy with the blush. Yeah. But now I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter, and I'm gonna spray that on at this point. Okay. I actually spray All Nighter twice throughout my makeup process. I like to spray it first before I do my highlight, which sounds weird to people, but I like for my highlight to be like, to stick, and I feel like it sticks better when my face is a little dewy. From Kiss, the Halo Strobing palette, I'm gonna use this middle color. As you can see, I killed this color. Don't even remember what color that was. And I'm going to just take a fluffy brush like this. I'm just gonna OD on it because, let's be real, I like to glow. Go right above. Yes. All right above. Go right above. I do over highlight, but you know, who judges the glow? Like really, really and truly, who judges the glow? I'm gonna take this regular little eye brush, and I'm going to go right up in here in my brow bone on both sides. And then I'm gonna take this brush here, this is actually a concealer brush, so it says on there, and I'm going to I'm gonna go back into that contour palette, and I'm gonna use that same contour color, and I'm actually just gonna tap that, and I like to not go crazy, but I go right in the crease. This is an everyday look. I don't go crazy. Sometimes I drag it down just a little bit right there. The residue that's on here too, I usually go on my forehead, and then I take this same little brush. I completely forgot my nose. You see it? I can't think. And I'm gonna get my nose, and I'm gonna get all the way up here. I don't do the whole bridge of my nose, just right here. I blend out with my finger a lot, and whatever residue's here, I go in the Cupid's bow. So then I'm gonna set that in. I just do 3 sprays to set that in. Now I'm done with the setting spray. Now I like to do my spray before I do my eyeliner, and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like my eyeliner be hell to get off. So I like to do that first and then use the eyeliner, you know? This is just an e.l.f. liquid eyeliner in the blackest of blacks. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just ready for him to be out. I wonder if other people feel this way too, and they're just like, you know, there was no reason for them to tell me this before, because I never experienced it. Because I'm gonna be real with you, like the people who I know who don't have any children, I don't really complain to them, you know. When I see them and they, oh, how's the baby? It's like, oh, the baby's great. Everything's good. Everything's amazing. And I notice when I speak to people who've had children, I'm like, girl, how did you do this? You know, it's a completely different conversation. I have to really focus when I do my eyeliner. I focus so much that my nose actually always starts to run when I do my eyeliner. I don't know what that's about, but see, I have tissue ready. It always happens. I don't know what that's about. Like, always. It's the same powder. I focus hard. Like, I mean, I've been doing eyeliner longer than I've been doing any other thing on my face. When I was younger and I thought I was grown, like going out and stuff, really clean face I had, you know, no type of acne or anything. I actually have adult acne. I never had acne when I was younger. So I used to literally, when I was like first going clubbing and stuff, all I did was put eyeliner on. That's it. And as long as my eyeliner was on point, I felt good. And the crazy part is, I really thought that I was doing something. Like, I would do thicker eyeliner for a crazy night, thinner eyeliner, you know, like, and that was it. That was my thing. Yeah, okay. That looks good. And I used to be that person that, like, if I went back in to touch up my eyeliner, I would mess up the whole thing. But now, I got it on point, girl. Double-sided eyeliner that I used earlier to do, I used the brown for my eyebrows. I'm gonna take the black side now, and I'm going to use the black side for my waterline. I'm gonna take my mascara next. It is the Lash Alert Wake Up and Go. It's a little sample size. I just been using that until I re-up on some eyeliner. I mean, mascara. You see what I'm saying? My mind don't work. And I'm gonna just coat. I don't go crazy. I honestly just go to the bottom, at the top part, you know, wherever I might have got any eyeshadow or anything, because I don't want it to look tacky with my lashes. So I look dark and blend. So after I do that, I take my eyelash glue in black and I line my lashes, and my same paper towel that I had from earlier, I usually just leave my lashes on that while they're like drying. Okay, so the positives. So he is developing well. You know, like I said, I had a few complications in the beginning. So now to be at this point where I'm not hearing any issues, you know, as far as his development or anything, or as far as my health and how, you know, my health could affect him. That's a blessing in itself. I'm very, 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 very grateful that I've gotten to this point where he's almost here. I'm so excited. While that's drying, I'm gonna just take a little bit of this Tarte Moody lip tint, and I'm just gonna pat that on because it's a little dark, but I like my lips to have a little bit of pigment in the wintertime. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I am excited also for my baby shower. I'm not planning it. My family is like really old school with it. My mom, my cousin, and my best friend are actually the ones who are planning everything. So I am excited to see how that's gonna turn out. I can't wait, you know, to celebrate with family and friends for his arrival. I cannot wait for that. Also, I just want to see, you know, his personality. I mean, of course I want to see like who he looks more like. If he looks like me, looks like my husband, you know, or it could skip a generation, because my brother looks like my grandfather. He looks nothing like my mom or my dad. because my mom looks just like her mother, like splitting image, and my dad looks, I mean my brother looks like my mom's father, like my grandfather. It's crazy. So I wonder if he's gonna look like my husband or look like me, you know. I also wonder, like, what's he gonna be into. Like, I was into a lot of stuff growing up. Like, even now I have like 10,000 different little hobbies that I do, you know. My husband has his hobbies. Like, I wonder if he's gonna, like, you know, be into the same stuff my husband's into or the things I'm into. I just can't wait. I wonder if he's gonna be like quiet or outspoken, all those things. It's exciting. It's really exciting. All right, well, that's actually it. So that is my glowy look for the winter time, to have your third trimester glow on point. I wish all of you the best. Happy holidays. Hopefully, if you're going through your pregnancy, you're able to rest at night, unlike me. Love. See you in the next one.
A very